and welcome back to my channel. Now today is a quick, healthy, delicious recipe. I can call it 15-minute recipe, but extremely practically speaking, I would give it 25-30 minutes. So let's make a delicious layered chapati chicken roll. If you watch the video and you have a better name for this, please let me know and I will change the title of the video. But it's something, a recipe which I have in my head, combining a few things I already know, and it should taste really good together. So that's why I'm making it. So let's get cooking. Before that, you know the drill. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, and I'm going to start with the flour. And while the dough is resting, I am going to get on with the filling. Let's do this. So in a bowl, I have got here 200 grams of chapati flour atta. You can use a mix of whole grain. Whole grain is much thicker and it's a different texture. Chapati flour is amazing. You must try it. I've got 200 and a little bit lesser than that, 150 grams of plain flour. You can just do half and half. It doesn't matter really. And now I am going to add a couple of things to this. First of all, I want some seasoning in it. So a teaspoon of salt. Next, I'm going to use a mix of sesame seeds. So I've got a teaspoon of black sesame seeds and then a teaspoon of white sesame seeds. I'm going to just get some water. So I want to try some different oil in this. You can use olive oil, sunflower oil, ghee. I'm going to use some avocado oil. So I am going to add a tablespoon of that. Yeah, use any oil you have at home. And here I have got roughly 300 ml of water, but like every other flatbread that I make, always add little at a time. I must say, I say this sentence every time I make a dough for flatbread. I hope you know it by now. So you don't need the exact measurement of the water, just add little at a time, incorporate it, and then add a bit more. So this is going to serve 4 people and there might be a couple of flatbreads left for lunchbox for tomorrow. So the bowl that you're using to make the dough should be all clean once you're done. That is a sign that you've used enough water. And then knead it for a few seconds. So just want to mention a couple of things. You might find it useful. So you can make this with only chapati flour. The reason I have mixed is plain flour has a slightly bit more elasticity. So I am looking to make kind of wrap style flatbreads, a bit more rather than roti. So if I made roti, I would just use chapati flour. But because I'm trying to make it into flatter breads, wraps, then I've added plain flour. You can also make it with just plain flour. It's just that chapati flour is slightly healthier. So I've mixed, and I would like the texture of chapati flour, so I've mixed them both. But yeah, like I said, you could use just this or just plain flour, whatever you have at home and whatever you fancy. Or you can try and follow the recipe and mix it together. Forgot to mention that you need to let it rest for 10 minutes or so, but it might be longer today because I have to still put the chicken in the oven. And you can cook the chicken in a pan on the hob if you don't have an oven, but definitely try this. Okay, let's get the chicken cooking. So for the chicken, I'm going to start by making a quick marinade. Now, if you are planning this beforehand, you can do this the night before. So I'm going to get 4 garlic cloves and I am just going to roughly chop them up because I'm just going to mash them up in a pestle and mortar. You can finely grate it or finely chop it, whatever is convenient to you. For the ginger, I've got like a inch piece, nice blob of ginger, and I am going to just roughly chop this up as well. And now I'm just going to, like I said, I just need finely chopped or grated ginger garlic, so you can do whatever you like. So let's get the most of the sunshine. Get that ginger garlic in a bowl. Next up is thick Greek yogurt, a teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon turmeric, 2 teaspoons garam masala, and last spice 2 teaspoons of chaat masala. Now comes the oil part. You can use the same oil you used for your flatbreads. I actually remember to buy some mustard oil. Mustard oil with chicken is really good, and fish. Anyways, I'm using a tablespoon of mustard oil, but like I said, you could use avocado, olive, sunflower, any oil of your choice. And then we mix it. It smells really good. Now I'll get the chicken prep. Now I know that some of you would be surprised that I'm using chicken breast today, but I thought I'm going to try it with chicken breast today. So I have got 6 chicken breasts here. I know I'm cooking for 4, but I am making extra because this is such a great meal prep for the week. You can make any sort of lunch boxes with this chicken. You can get a quick dinner ready. So having this cooked chicken in the fridge is brilliant. So, okay, get all the chicken, and now I am gonna get the pieces. What I want to do, what I'm aiming to do here is the chicken breast, one side is quite fat and one side is lean. So what I want to do, achieve is just flatten it out and make it all the same thickness, because then it'll cook quicker and at the same time. Otherwise one side will be done and the other won't. So I'm just going to flatten out the fat part. I'm not making it, thinning it out completely, just flattening out the fat part. Hope that makes sense. And I'm going to do the same with the other 3 chicken breasts. So here is the chicken prepped. Now, as you can see, this is a good amount of marinade for the chicken pieces. If you are going to do half of that, just you can half the marinade, really, it's not a problem. But like I said, whether you are 1 person, 2 people, this chicken prep is really handy. Now you can marinate this and cook straight away, but I am going to let it sit for 10 minutes. I'm just going to have a quick coffee break. But if you can do this overnight, even better. Just leave it in a box or layered with a marinade. So just nicely spread it on, and then I'll tell you how to cook this. And make sure you turn it over too. Don't forget the other side. It's such a healthy dish too. Just so healthy and absolutely delicious. So I've put the tray in at 200 C fan, or it could be 220 not fan, and I'm gonna put a timer on for 10 minutes exactly, not more than that. So it has been exactly 10 minutes and the chicken's looking great. What I am going to do is, just showing it to you, sorry, not a great idea. What I'm going to do is, I am going to turn this into grill instead of oven, because I just want a few corners of the chicken to char, and I've put the grill on high for 5 minutes. So the total cooking time is 15 minutes. I am just going to get 2 to 3 onions. I haven't got more than 2 red onions, so I'm using a couple of red onions and 1 normal regular white onion or pink. Before any of you say that this is not white, right, just thinly slice them all. Right guys, the timer has gone off for 5 minutes and this is done. Perfect. That is exactly what I said to you guys, that I want, like so it's really important that now at this point, because we're not using it straight away, I'm just going to cover and just let this rest for 10 minutes while I'm quickly making some salad. So the key is, because I'm not eating right now and I haven't made my wraps yet, also it is too hot, the chicken can continue to cook if it has to, but cooking it for this much of time is just the perfect way, and this will ensure that your chicken is not overdone. There's a lot of liquid at the bottom of the tray. I will show you all that, but first of all I'll just let it sit covered for 10 minutes so it's more manageable with the heat as well, and it gets a little bit of time to sit and relax. Okay, back to the onions. So onions are done. I'll add a couple more things to this. I have got here half a cucumber that I am just going to thinly slice, just like the onions basically. And I have got some lettuce leaves, which I will quickly give a wash. Just stir it into this. So I've got the cucumber. and the onions. And I will just, you can tear it too, just some lettuce leaves. Okay, now a very quick dressing. Lots of lemon juice. This is a really juicy lemon actually. So half the lemon is enough. I'm using a really gorgeous extra virgin olive oil, couple of tablespoons of that. Lots of pepper, salt. Now this is a Himalayan salt, which is pink salt, but you can use any salt. I'm going to do lots of lovely salad options come this summer. I am ready for salad, really. I'm not a big salad fan, like leafy salads. I want salads with a bite, and I think I'm going to try and experiment and get some lovely new recipes for you guys. Yeah, so there is the salad ready. So we've got the salad in the bowl ready there. We've got the chicken under the foil ready. Now it's time to prepare the wraps. So I am just going to roll them out and cook them. And then when you cook your wraps and you're not eating it straight away, please make sure that you wrap them up. So I'm going to get a clean tea towel, going to wrap them up, just going to have a very thin layer of, you could use oil, butter, whatever. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and just layer them up. So when you need them, you want to eat them, you can warm up in the microwave or the pan or just eat it at room temperature. But please make sure you wrap them up, because I get a lot of the crisp up. If you're not going to wrap them up straight away while they're still warm, not once they've cooled down, then they are going to crisp up, and then yeah, so make sure you have that ready once you start cooking, which is what I'm going to do. I am actually going to just tell you very quickly how many this will make. So this has now been resting for a while because I do get distracted and start doing other things. So gorgeous, nice and soft. You can get 5, so 10 in total, or just 8 nice big wraps. I think I'm going to stick with 8. That's a good size. So you can roll them, cook them and leave them aside. Whatever is left, put them in the fridge, use it next day. That's a total of 8 pieces. And you can leave the dough in the fridge for 3 to 4 days and then roll and make them fresh when you want. I would go for the first option, have them ready rolled, ready to eat, just reheat them, but it's up to you. I would imagine once these are cooked, you could freeze them too, though I don't do freezing of these, but yeah, it's definitely doable. Okay, that looks the right size. Right, nice hot pan. This should not take long to cook because it's really nice and thin. They should cook in a couple of minutes on medium heat. Once you see the bubbles, turn and cook the other side. Really don't need to puff these up at all, but pressing them just makes it cook on all sides, and that's exactly what I'm doing. You could actually use one of these as well, just to make sure it's all cooked properly, or just leave it to do its own thing. And that's it really. And over this, not to forget, our cooked one, like I said, just use anything you like. I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil. Just use a brush or whatever. Just make sure that you have brushed it properly so it doesn't crisp up. All that we're doing is shredding the chicken up or slicing it, whatever is convenient. And there you can see the juices underneath in there, which the chicken will just soak up as you're shredding it or slicing it. It'll just soak up all the deliciousness. So none of the flavor is going to go to waste. And you can see the chicken is cooked to perfection. It's not undercooked, it's not overcooked, it's had time to rest. So I have just kind of cut them into pieces and it has just soaked up all the liquid at the bottom of it. And what I am going to do is, because we're not eating straight away, I'm going to make one wrap for myself, but the rest, because it's also for the week, it goes in an airtight box and then this will go in the fridge once it's cooled down completely. So yeah, how gorgeous does this look? It's so delicious too. Not just looks good, it tastes great too. So chicken is in here, salad is in here, and that's the last wrap that's cooking. So wraps are done. I am quickly gonna make a very delicious herby chutney because I've got lots of them in the fridge and it'll go perfectly with this. So let's do that and then I'll show you how to assemble. So here are the soft, lovely wraps all ready. Now immediately now I'm gonna wrap these up and put them in an airtight box. I'm gonna leave one out because I'm making one for myself right now, but the rest will go in an airtight box straight away so it keeps soft. If you've been watching my channel, you will know this chutney by heart now. So whatever amount of coriander you use half of that, half the quantity of mint, a couple of chilies for the heat, and lots of lemon juice. This is nice juicy one, so I'm going to use half mint, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of sugar, tiniest splash of yogurt, heaped tablespoon, and then just a drop of water. And let's stunning. There's a wrap. Then we've got a lovely salad. Here's our chicken. This is just such a stunning meal. Now you can wrap it up as you like, absolutely your choice, but look at this beauty. Not just for this spring weather, but I can't wait to make loads more of these in the summer for picnics and lunch boxes. I don't know which direction to go from. Heavenly. This tastes incredible. The chicken is just so amazing. I just realized my curry leaf plant is standing next to me because I moved it from... Anyways, focus. Wow, that was insane. I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I'm going to sit down. This is our dinner. Whatever's left will go in the kids' lunchbox tomorrow. I'm going to sit and enjoy this for my lunch. And then I'll just put this all together when they are ready to eat in the evening. I really hope you're going to love this. You're going to try this. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you back very soon. Bye for now. Yum.